Hello folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Amir and you're watching KnowMinds. So in our last video, we have discussed about how to swap two numbers using third variable, which was our first solution, right? And in this video, we are going to discuss about the problems with our first solution and how we can optimize it further and we can have a better solution, right? So let us understand the problem first. So if you remember in our last video, what we have done is we have taken two variables, right? We have given two variables, and in order to swap them, we have used another variable or third variable, which we called it as a temp variable, right? So now we have used this temp variables in order to swap this number. So which is nothing but which is taking some extra space, right? So which is taking some extra space in the memory. So that is why we cannot call it as a optimized solution. So it is not the optimized solution, right? In terms of memory, in terms of performance, it is not that optimized. So now let us see how we can have a better solution rather taking some extra space in the memory. All right. So now let us see our solution number 2, which is using arithmetic operations. So now let us see how we can swap these two numbers using simple arithmetic operations. So we are going to use, to be specific, plus and minus itself. Now let us see how we can solve this. So let us initialize those two variables. Int a equals to 10, b equals to 20, right? Now let us say if I say a equals to a plus b. Now in Java, we know the right hand side part of our expression is evaluated first and then the left hand side part of it. So now what's the value of a? A is 10. And what's the value of b? Which is 20, which becomes 30. So now what's the value of a? A is 30. Now let's say if I say b equals to a minus b. Now what's the value of a? A is 30. What's the value of b? B is 20, which becomes 10. Let's say if I say once again a equals to a minus b. Now what's the value of a? A is 30. What's the value of b? B is 10, which becomes 20, right? So at the end of the program, if you look at it closely, b is having the value as 10, a is having the value as 20, right? Which is what we exactly wanted, right? So if you look at the initial value of a and b is 10 and 20, and now the final value of a is having 20 and b is having 10. So congratulations, we have successfully swapped these two variables without taking some extra space in the memory, right? So now let us see the exact code and try to run it in IntelliJ and see if it is working or not. Alright, so I have opened my IntelliJ and I have created one class called swap using arithmetic operations. Now let's say here, let me create the main method. So this is my main method, and inside my main method, let me declare those two variables, a as 10 and b as 20, right? Now let's say if I say a equals to a plus b, right? And b equals to a minus b, and then a equals to a minus b, right? This is what our logic is, right? And let us say, let me write some print statement after swapping a equals a, right? And b equals b, right? And let me have this print statement before swapping as well, so that we can see the difference. Okay, so let me remove the extra space.
Okay, so now let us run the code and see the output. So now as you can see here, it says before swapping A is 10 and B is 20, and after swapping A is now 20 and B is 10, which means the values have been overswapped. So this is how we can achieve swapping without using a third variable, right? With using simple mathematical operation plus minus, we are now able to swap these two numbers, right? So in my previous video, I have got one comment saying that what if those two values are equal, let's say 10 and 10, right? So let me write that. So if you see here, even though the values are equal, we are still getting the values are swapped with each other, right? And let's say if I do the value to 0, right? So what if though both of these values are 0? So what will be the output? The output is 0, right? Which is as expected. So in the next video, we're gonna see one more solution to it where we are gonna using bitwise operator in order to swap these two numbers. So till now, if you have enjoyed the video, do not forget to hit the like button and do comment me on this video sharing your interview experience, and do not forget to share this video with your friends. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.